add limits to do that.
Yeah.
But it's so long as stick around because somebody starts to correct. But then, I mean, this is, do not befriend someone who does not elevate you within the state. So, if he is completely, if this person
is that person your friend?
yeah, but then I'm thinking about, okay, so let's say I have a friend who I see
All right.
going out.
So he's your friend?
Yes.
Okay, your friend. Okay, your friend. What is a friend? What does a friend do? How would you define a friend? I mean, being friends, you know, somebody who does what? What about if they're in need of help? What would a friend do? Huh? They'll help, okay. What about if a friend in some difficulty, you know, they seem to be going astray. What would a good friend do? It'll help, okay. All right, so what's your question now? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, this is an acquaintance. Okay. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But his actions or her actions and the way they react, etc.
Yeah.
is not conducive to my Islamic sense that they're not doing anything to me. Their presence in my life is doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
In terms of elevating my status.
Yeah.
Do I stick around to try to help?
Yeah.
Or do I just leave it alone?
One of the things that there are a number of things which can be done. If it is that you're a true friend of that or acquaintance of that person, you don't want to use the word friend, then it's not just your responsibility in a sense, okay? And it's just you who have to do whatever needs to be done, even though that you might be the closest person. It could be, you see, you might be limited in what you can do, but it means that you may need to be able to bring other resources, other type of people into the equation so that they might be able to help. You have to do what you can, but you at the same time you have to realize that you are not the determining factor in whether that person changes or not. Allah is the one who determines what happens. There were so many people he wished that would have become Muslim, but they didn't, isn't it? They didn't. All he prayed for, all he didn't. I mean, Ibrahim alayhi salam wanted his father to become Muslim, isn't it? Okay? Now the second part says that yet you may think that you're doing good because you're comparing yourself to your friend who is worse than you. And this is important. What happens often is that people, when they seek company, most people tend to seek company with somebody who is lesser than them. All right? So when in that company, they think that, oh, I'm good, man. Okay, I'm pray. He doesn't pray. He tells full lies. I only tell half lies. Or white lies. Okay? So it's important that what you want is people. And this is the same thing. And this goes as well. This goes as well for all. If it is that you want, let's assume that you are in a particular profession. What profession are you in again? Mechanical engineering. You're a mechanical engineer. Okay? And you want to become the best mechanical engineer that there is. Who would you go to? Yeah, you go to the best teacher, you go to the best people, you go to somebody who knows a little bit more than about yourself. So what happens then? You might help them, but more than anything else, what is going to happen? They are going to give you even more. And that's the thing. That's who you associate with. So, you find the best companion, you find the best teacher, you find the best associate, and then you go to them. Okay? That's why they say if it is that you want to become, let's say you wanted to become the CEO in your business, whatever it is. What you need to do is that you can't, and you are just a typical, sort of manual laborer on the floor. But you want to work your way up to the ladder and get to the top. So how do you get to the top? Well, to start with, you're down there. But if you're down there, then you begin to think like those who are down there. You see, people who are the lowest step in the ladder all they can think like are the people who are like them. And when you are at that level, you are in a comfort zone. You are in a comfort zone. So what you need to do is to start thinking that not like the people who are at that level, but like the person who is just above you. And what happens often is that people don't like the person. You find that those who are wronged you now suddenly find that, oh gosh, he's not like us anymore. He's only thinking about progressing and becoming better. And the reason why, because they can't understand what is happening. They can't understand that that person is not satisfied with being at that level. He wants to move up the ladder. And we see it, and it's a remarkable phenomenon that you will find. But if it is as you start thinking and working and spending time with the guys who are above you, eventually a pathway will be open for you to get there. Because you know what it takes to be at that level, how it functions at that level. And once you go to that level, you see the other guys who are behind you and say, look at him, he's moved on, he's not like us anymore. Okay, and then you keep on moving up the level like that. But the same thing works as well when it is that you have friends. You seek friends who are not as low, as beneath you, but somebody who is better than you. Somebody who good things will be able to rub off, inshallah. So, do I have any more? Okay, perseverance in remembrance of God and thanking God for His blessings. Okay, I'll end with this one, which is called calls of distress, and then we'll end with this one, inshallah. It says that the best way to ask Him is through expressing your distress. And the fastest way to acquire good traits is through expressing your humility and need. What do you think that means? Him here refers to Allah, of course, but what do you think that means? Yeah. One of the things, when people in a state of distress, one of the most important things that they need is that they need somebody to cry. Somebody to have open arms that they can cry, isn't it? To be able to, for there to be an outpouring of their feelings and everything else. And sometimes we just can't seem to find, we can only find people for a certain length of time or for a certain moment. And that's why so many people in America, for instance, have therapists. So many people go, they say, I have my therapist is so and so. Say, you have that therapist. I'm gonna try and get him as well. He's quite good. He's savvy. He spends time with me. He takes care of me. He's somebody who really understands what it is what my needs are, what the problems that I'm going through, isn't it? But what they have done for many people, I'm not saying don't have a therapist, but what I'm saying is that we have one who we can turn to. And in an instant, we don't have to make an appointment with this therapist. This entity which is there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is there for us all of the time. And we need to be able to learn how to express ourselves. You see, making a dua is opening up yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is truly an outpouring of your inner soul to Him. All of your needs, all of the things that you really want, all of your aspirations in your life, all of your ambitions, that is what the dua is all about. It is not about fixed formulas. It is much more than that. Use fixed formulas, yes, because they express things in a particular way. But beyond that, it's an outpouring. And once you do so, you begin to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the thing about it is that in the midst of all of that, it's also about you trying to be humble. Trying to be humble and trying to express your needs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sheikh Abdul Halim has something to say. Yeah. 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 Because we know we don't have a choice, isn't it? You're in distress, guys, I've messed up, yeah. And I'm really in distress. So we become more sincere. And do you know what? Sometimes when it is that we become forgetful, when it is that we begin to err and we begin to sin, do you know what happens? And everything seems to be going well and we in a state of becoming oblivious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you know what Allah does? He gives us all of these stress. Do you know why? To return to Him. So if it is that you want less stress in your life, what do you do? What do you do? Yeah, you turn to him. And you know, when he gives you blessings and you thank him, what happens next? You get even more, isn't it? You get even more. So that's the way to make your life stress-free living, isn't it? That's the secret formula. You could write a PhD on that, stress-free living from the Quran. Okay? So, inshallah, we'll end with that one, inshallah. It's time for Salat al-Asr now. When we come back from Asr, we're going to look at why Muslims differ when the matter. Muslims tend to differ a lot, and in more ways than one. And what are some of the ethics of engagement, inshallah, and disagreement? Yeah.